Okay, so this is my 10-gallon Betta tank. This is the first tank that I started out with for fish. We used this originally for Rita's African clawed albino frogs, I guess. That's what she called them. She called them the albino kind, but I don't think they were true albinos. But they were aquatic frogs. She had them for about 15 years before they passed away this last winter. And so when she got Mr. Fishy for Aiden, I decided to go ahead and just reuse the tank for Mr. Fishy. So this has been through a couple of revisions. This used to have really bright white gravel in there. I didn't really have too many issues with the gravel when everything in the plant was or everything in the tank was still fake, but when I wanted to go with live plants, I really wanted to try something else other than gravel, and I had such good success with the sand, the Black Diamond Blasting Sand, and the 29-gallon, I decided to give the pole filter sand a chance. So, anyways, here's Mr. Fishy. His tail is starting to heal itself a little bit. He'll go several weeks without nipping at his tail, and then once it gets nice and long and beautiful again, then that's when he decides that he wants to give himself a tail cut. We haven't really been able to figure out how to keep him from doing that. We've tried adding things in there for him to play with, like ping pong balls. We've tried to put interesting things up next to the tank for him to look at. Nothing seems to work. He'll be fine for about 3 weeks, and then he will shred it to little pieces again. So I've just kind of come to accept that that's the way he is. And yeah, so he's very aggressive towards other things. That's why there is nothing else in this tank except for Gary. Let's see if we can get him in focus. Gary's my mystery snail. He's starting to get quite big now. He was a tiny little guy when we first got him. But he's the only thing that was able to withstand Mr. Fishy's onslaughts when we first got him. Everything else Mr. Fishy would terrorize. Gary would just slink back into his shell and wait for the storm to pass, and Mr. Fishy finally decided to let him exist in there with him. So I do want to try to add some shrimp to the tank to add a little bit of life. If Mr. Fishy eats them, then he will have a nice, delicious snack, somewhat expensive snack, but if he happens to let them live, that would be awesome because we could finally have something else in here besides a betta and a snail. So anyways, here is the tank using just regular old Quikrete pole filter sand for the substrate. There's the infamous little red fire truck. I keep trying to get rid of it. Rita won't let me. So it's become a permanent fixture in there. Let's see here. The rocks are all things that I've picked up on my hikes. I don't know what kind of rocks they are, but they look kind of cool. So they're in the tank. Let's see here. I've got Anubias nana. This was the first real plant that I had in the tank. It has become very large and beautiful. I like it. Tried to tie a little bit of that crummy moss around the base that I got a month ago, and it's finally starting to grow some new shoots out of it. I'm wondering how that's going to look here in the next month or two. There are my lace Java ferns there in the back. If the camera will focus on them, there we go. They're very, very, very slow growers. I have another couple of pieces here on the sides. They look like crud when I first got them. Had to hack them up quite a bit. I am starting to get some new shoots there. Hopefully that'll look better here once it grows in. I have no idea how long that will take though. I have my moss wall that Boundava, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, Boundava, but this is the stuff that she gave me. It's already starting to grow out. Very nice. I don't know if it's Christmas tree moss or if it's the peacock moss. That remains to be seen. Either way, it's beautiful. Hopefully in the next couple of months that will look nice and lush. Let's see here. These little guys are Anubias as well. These are the Nana Petite. I don't know if you guys have seen these too often. Happened to stumble upon these at PetSmart one day, and I had to get them. I got 2 of them. And these are pretty much as big as they get. I've had these for probably about 3 months now, and they've gotten a couple of new leaves, but they have not actually gotten nearly as big as this guy. But they're pretty cool. Here are my Crips, 1 and 2. And you can see, even though these came from the same stock, they are wildly different than the guys that I have in my 29. You know, I bought them the same night. They all came from the same package. These ones have exploded. These ones are, they're just, you know, barely surviving. I'm not sure what the deal is with that. I think I need to get some root tabs in there, which I'll probably do tonight. I keep meaning to put them in there, but I keep spacing it out. Let's see here, what else we got. Some trimmings from my hydros. Snagged them from over there, put some in the back to get some tall cover in the back. Those might come out once the moss wall grows in. And then this little plant, although cool, this is fake, and I have no idea what it is. This is the last fake plant that I have in any of my tanks. I will be glad when it goes. I just need to figure out what I want to replace it with. Let's see here. What else is in the tanks? I think that's it. Oh, and then the little guy that Boundava sent me along with the assassins. He's kind of small. I can't really get this to focus on it. The Helferi? I'm not sure how to pronounce that. It's already got like another little shoot coming off of it with another plant. Hopefully that will grow to be nice and big. It'll definitely be interesting to see that once it's full grown. But anyway, so that's the 10-gallon tank. Get a focus shot here of the whole thing. Phone doesn't want to do it, but anyways, so that's the 10-gallon. And then let me just hop on over here. I don't know if I can get this on video, but I just posted something today about this black stuff growing on my plants. I don't know if you can see it too well. I don't know why my phone isn't wanting to focus on this. Let's see if I can get it to focus on something else real quick. So it's this little black stuff. It's popping up along the edges of a lot of my hydros. There is some hair algae on the hydros as well. I don't know if it's related to it, if it's, you know, if it's part of the same type of algae or if it's some other kind of algae. I don't know if it's a deficiency, but I have noticed it popping up on quite a few of my hydros. And the tips, I don't know if you can see this, but the tips are kind of curling where it's popping up. I apologize for that back glass. I don't really clean that like I should. I kind of gave up after the first couple of months. It doesn't really bother me anymore. But anyways, yeah, so the affected tips seem to curl. They don't look healthy. See, there's a little bit of that hair stuff growing on there. You can kind of see it. But I don't know what it is. If it's algae, then that's okay, but I'm just worried that it's damaging my plants. Can you see it? It's usually on the edges. So I don't know if it's a deficiency or not. I'd like to get that, you know, solved or fixed. If it is a deficiency, I don't want my hydros to die on me. I do love them. So you can see, you know, they're a huge part of my tank. I don't know why my phone is not wanting to focus anymore. I think I broke it. But anyways, so on that note, I will let you all go, and any suggestions on what that black stuff is, I would appreciate it. Any suggestions on how to get rid of it would be more appreciated. If not, oh well, I guess it's just part of the hobby. I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with our tanks and fixing it. But anyways, I will see you guys in the forums. Have a good night.